the magic in.
God, it's such a beautiful day today out here in lovely Phoenix, Arizona. How are you doing today? It's me, Big Matt 183, here today to give you a review on a Nintendo Wii game. It is the one, the only, the Power Rangers Samurai Wii game. Yes. So today, here we go. Power Rangers Samurai for the Wii is a fun game for everyone to enjoy. Let's get down to business here today, though. So, alright, Wii remote usage. Not much, if any, but it's really cool because you can use the Wii remote to do your symbol powers when you want to morph into your ranger. So, I don't know if you've ever seen the show, but in the show they pull out their cell phone, their samurizers, and they'll go samurais, and they'll draw a symbol, and then they morph into the ranger. So you're able to do that in the game. That was pretty cool. All 6 Rangers are playable. You got Jaden, Mia, Mike, Kevin, Emily, and Antonio. Yes, Antonio is in the game. The Gold Ranger is playable. I believe he's playable in both versions of the game, in the DS and the Wii version. Now let's get down to other business. The gameplay is nice. The graphics are pretty good for Wii game graphics. I mean, you can't expect some PlayStation 3 quality graphics on a Wii. Yeah, right. Who the fuck are we kidding? Anyway, let's go. Get this down to business. Get down to this. The story of the game follows closely to the show. Rangers are locked to specific missions in the game. So, like, I think it starts with mission 3. You can only be Mike as far as the single-player story advances. In the co-op story, I believe you can be selectable to any of the 4 other 4 Rangers. Because if you haven't seen the show, I think Mission 3 is the 3rd episode where Mike has to battle Rofer, and so that's why it was like a Mike-specific episode, so that's why he's only playable at that point. Other than that, we got a lot of great things. The battle sequences are nice. You have your light attacks, your heavy attacks. There's also jumping, blocking. You also get special attacks. Every ranger gets a special attack based on their spin sword and their power disc. I don't know if you've seen that in the show where they put the disc on the sword and then they spin it and they can shoot like a little sword beam out of it. That's what they do in the game. They also get a special attack based on their weapon. So if you're playing as Jaden and you do a special attack, he'll pull out the Fire Smasher and give off a couple swings. Michael uses Forest Spear, Mia her Sky Fan, Emily her Earth Slicer, and Kevin with his Hydro Bow. And then Antonio, since he doesn't have a spin sword, but he does use his Barracuda Blade, and he will use the Barracuda Bite, and then he'll use another attack similar to what the other Rangers have with the sword beams. He'll throw slashes and sword beams will fly out. The game is tragically short, ending after only 10 missions. I know, right? Antonio doesn't become playable until sometime near the end of the game. It follows the show quite closely, the missions that are played, and the game ends the same way as the first season of the show. There are a lot of collectibles in the game, which range from power disc to power up your Megazord, also to videos that you can watch back later. The thing about the game is instead of replacing all the morphing, the Zords transforming, and any other scenes in the game, instead of using the game's engine and creating new imagery for that, they didn't. What they did was just that they took images from the show video and put that into the game. That's what you unlock. The videos that you unlock are the videos that you can see in the game for the Zords combining, for them morphing. I believe after you destroy the monster of the day, there's a Megazord sequence, battle sequence. I'll talk about it in a little bit. It'll show the Megazord that you use to defeat the monster doing its finishing attack and then just an explosion that cuts out actually hitting the monster. The Megazord battle sequences are quite different. I was expecting it to maybe go, since like this is a free sprawl game, then to maybe go into like a Street Fighter mode or something, or you know what I mean, like a 2D based fighter, but it doesn't. It's a sequence. You see your Megazord, and on the top you see the monster on the bottom of the screen. And what happens is there's a little bar in the middle, and then either a Wii remote or a nunchuck will come at the bar, through the bar. And once it gets to the center, you either have to shake the Wii remote or the nunchuck in the direction that it's showing. Now, you could shake the Wii remote for an attack when it shows the Wii remote, and then the nunchuck for defense. If you're able to get the nunchuck at the right time, you'll do a counter attack. And what it is you'll block it, and you'll go ahead and strike the monster back, which does a lot of damage. You'll get to it, and then once the monster's health is all the way down, you'll shake the Wii remote one last time. It shows the little kanji for the finisher move, and you do your last strike. And then within that, it goes into the cutscene of the Megazord doing its actual finisher move and destroying the monster. This is one thing that I griped about the most that killed it for me, was instead of having cutscenes too, when the Rangers are talking about going before the mission, when you start the mission, all it is just a picture, a still picture in the background, and then it'll come up with either a picture of the Ranger talking or the monster talking, and then it has a text box. And of course, there's voice dialogue that's talked off to you, and you can read it if you'd like. All in all, I'd probably give this game a 6.5 out of 10, just because it was short, and also because they could have done a lot more with the Wii remote. You could have probably used better use of the Wii remote. I mean, you could probably do something where you could enter like a free draw mode, and you could just use the different symbol powers that you see them use in the show, or have them learn symbol power that you can draw out to use yourself during a fight or during a battle or anything like that. Maybe they didn't do that because of the co-op. The game has co-op. It is for 2 players, so 2 people can play simultaneously on the screen at once. There's a lot that could have been done here. The game is made by Namco Bandai, so there's a plus there. On top of that, if you're picking this game up and you're a fan of the show, I recommend it, maybe as a collector's item. If you want to play it, that's cool. If you're not a fan of the show, I maybe recommend you pick it up for your little brother, your cousin, your nephew, someone that you think might enjoy Power Rangers game. I've seen a couple kids play the game that really don't even enjoy Power Rangers, the TV show, that much, but they played the game because they thought it was fun. Other than that, the game is nice. Like I said, a lot more could have been done with it. But hey, what do you expect? It's Power Rangers. Anyway, this has been Big Matt 183, and I bid you all farewell.